Good afternoon. My big idea for small cities is the diverging-diamond interchange, an innovative new highway interchange design that saves time and money in construction, uses less land, allow for the constant flow of traffic without the conflicts of turning across oncoming traffic. But as you can see, they take up a lot of room. They're huge, and you don't always have room to install these. Another variation is the partial cloverleaf with loops and only 2 quadrants, also a decent solution for a congested interchange. Now, by 2003, Superior had grown from just a couple hundred residents when our McCaslin Boulevard interchange was built up to about 13,000 people. And our neighboring communities had also experienced similar levels of growth during that same time period. And all of that growth meant that we needed to make some improvements to our McCaslin Boulevard interchange. And the very first improvement that we made was the installation of a single loop, which helped considerably with traffic flowing to Denver. But what we really needed was a second loop to fully improve this interchange. But when it came time to build that second loop, Louisville, our neighbors to the north, said, "Superior, we've got a problem." And that problem is there were buildings that were too close to the path of the proposed loop. And this is a common problem that our communities face when we have growth and we need to build big things like loops. We don't always have room for them. So what did we do? Nothing. And what typically happens when you do nothing to your traffic congestion problems? They don't get better on their own. So we had to, and part of the reason that we did nothing was because we didn't have a lot of other good options. About our only option was to widen that bridge to create more turn lane capacity. But as you know, widening bridges is very expensive, it's time consuming, it's disruptive, and it wasn't going to create a lot of extra volume for us. So we decided to just wait, I guess. And then by 2011, though, we heard about a new idea. It's called the diverging-diamond interchange. Now, this was a relatively new idea in 2011. It had barely been used in the United States. It was only installed in a couple of locations in the United States. So needless to say, it took our community and Louisville and the state, it took a lot of meeting time, discussion, debate, consideration to get our arms wrapped around what is this thing and how is it going to help us. So here's how diverging diamond works. You have crossover points on each side of the interchange. These crossover points direct traffic onto the left side of the roadway. Sort of feels like you're driving in England just for a short amount of time. Now, the reason you're doing that is to eliminate the conflict of turning across oncoming traffic when you're getting on the highway. So for instance, if this was a north-south map and you wanted to go eastbound on this highway, you would make an unobstructed right turn before the crossover point. If you're going westbound, you go through the crossover point at the traffic signal, stay to the left, and then make an unobstructed left turn onto the highway. Now, diverging diamonds are good. They save time and money in construction because they typically fit within the existing footprint of your diamond interchanges. So you're not building a lot of new capacity. You're not building new stuff. You're just reconfiguring what is already there. They save land because you're not building loops and clover leaves. They reduce accidents because you're eliminating that turning left across oncoming traffic. So a lot of good advantages to diverging diamonds. Now, what are some of the challenges? Anything good has got to have challenges, right? So what are some of the challenges? I think the biggest challenge for us and a lot of people is this driving on the left concept. It's new, it's different. Not everyone wants to go British with their traffic patterns initially, but it actually works quite well once you get the hang of it. Now, one of the other challenges that we face, and not everyone faces this with diverging diamonds, is what we call the through traffic challenge. With diverging diamonds, you can't drive through the intersection and get back on the highway. This was a problem for our bus traffic because we have a lot of buses that travel between Boulder and Denver carrying passengers, stopping at each interchange to get and pick up and drop off passengers. So we had to create special bus ramps that actually take the buses off of the highway, drop off, pick up passengers, And then they go underneath one of the ramps for diverging diamond to get back on the highway. Now that sounds a little complicated, and it was a little bit more of a challenge to make that happen, but it's actually going to turn out to be a positive thing. It's going to save a couple of minutes on the whole bus schedule because they're not having to deal with other traffic and they don't have any traffic signals to deal with. So saving time on bus transit's always a good thing. Now, where did this diverging diamond idea come from in the first place? You're probably thinking with this driving on the left element, it came from somewhere like England, right? No, it actually originated in France in the 1970s. Didn't make it to the United States until 2009, when the very first one was built in Springfield, Missouri. Now, according to the website diverging-diamond.com, which is a great resource I'd recommend if you want to research this topic a little bit further, according to diverging-diamond.com, they said that Springfield had a congested diamond interchange like many others do. They had budgeted about $10 million to improve their congested diamond interchange, switched over to the new concept diverging diamond, decided, or actually built it for $3 million, 70% savings. Took them about 6 months, down from original projection of about 2 years. And once it opened, their accident rate had fallen by 60%. Now that's huge. How can that even be possible? It's possible because with traditional diamond interchanges, you have 26 conflict points. Those are points where vehicles can have accidents. With diverging diamond, there's 14. So less conflict points means less accidents. Now these are real statistics that have apparently gotten the attention of a lot of people around the country because as of today, there are approximately 60 diverging diamond installations in the United States operating today. And there's another 100 or so in study, planning, construction in the United States. So definitely a growing trend. The diverging diamond that is in our community, Superior, and connecting us to Louisville at the McCaslin Boulevard interchange, opened to the new traffic configuration on October 19th. Still have some finish work going on around it. But we are the second one in the state of Colorado, and the very first one in the Denver metro area, possibly one of the first in the country with this bus slip ramp design. So we're very proud of these accomplishments. I would encourage you to think outside of the diamond.